So why don't we go somewhere only we know?
Look at that. You proud of yourself? Yeah. You cozy?
Yeah.
You ready? Welcome back to the channel. I don't think I mentioned this in the first video, but it took me over 2 years to build up enough courage to actually start a channel. And this video here only took about a month since the first one, so you know what? That's progress. We're making progress. Speaking of progress, we recently made some changes to the house. Where are you going? What's behind it? Whoa! Hello, ma'am. I would like some tacos with extra cheese and onions and tomatoes. Thank you. How much is that gonna cost? Oh, thanks. Oh, tomatoes. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Money.
Oh, you give me money and food? Oh, this is a great restaurant. Having such a tiny house, we're always trying to come up with ways to improve our space. And being such a tiny space, our shortcomings are very easily seen. And one way that we try to make up for those shortcomings is a lot of DIY projects, of course, to save money. So this week, that's what I'm going to show, some recent projects we did around the house to make it a little more Pinterest worthy, perhaps, and just to be creative and have a little fun. I realized our back wall behind our couch had become very cluttered with things that just made the house feel small. So we took some things down with the intention of adding a small mantle to give a more polished, minimalist look. I used a leftover piece of 4x4 from a previous project and stained it dark walnut to match other things in the house. We added a few pieces of decor, like some small aloe plants, and voila! Just like that, the whole space looks so much cleaner. For a while, we had the common IKEA table many other tiny housers use, but we found it to be kind of an annoyance to constantly have to open and close the leaf. I much prefer having a table just be a table, even if it's a small table. So we ended up selling that IKEA table and made a new one. This table had a former life that was actually a headboard we made and used in our first apartment together. I made some small changes and added some extra 2x4s I stained dark walnut and attached them as legs. And just like that, we gave new life to an old project. And now, whenever we eat here, we can always be reminded of how far we've come and all that's changed. We also decided to make something to add a little flair to Lucy's bedroom. To do this, we reused a grate from a fruit basket that had broke. We wanted to make a light tent with fairy lights to hang over her bed in the loft. So we used some very basic things to make it. Rings for our shower curtain, a piece of fabric to wrap around the basket, and this battery-powered light. We connected it to the beam in the loft and stuck the fabric to the walls to drape over her bed. It has a timer, so it will turn on and off at the same time every day. She seems to really like it, and hopefully she will start enjoying nap time just a little bit more.
Which end is the snake's behind? Yeah. What does whale poop look like?
Huh?
What does whale poop look like?
I don't know.
You don't know.
The last thing I wanted to share is our pendant light chandelier. This is something I wanted to do for a long while, and I think it turned out great. We had no light source over our table or anywhere in the middle of the house, so I thought it would not only look nice but solve that problem. All we needed to do was find a piece of wood, and I cut one from an overgrown limb from a maple tree on our property. I also used a draw knife, some twine, a wall bracket, and a pendant light kit, and of course, these awesome vintage Edison bulbs. I'll link all of these items in the description box below. But for now, I'll just share this montage of us putting it together.